Hello and welcome to this tutorial with me, Rory from Hyper Production. Today I'm here with Sonic Academy to show you how to create super wide pop vocals. So let's dive straight in and I'm going to show you the first original track and then the process one after it. So here we go.
Don't you know it, baby? Don't you know?
Okay, and then the process version.
Don't you know it, baby? Don't you know?
So this is what's known as a track stack within Logic Pro 10. It's easy to do. You just highlight all the tracks you want inside there. So just click down, hold shift, and it will highlight them all. Right click in a blank space there, and then you'll see in the middle, create track stack. Do that, and it will then collapse it all into one easy, manageable track like that. Bear in mind, you can't add any effects to it because it's not an actual track. It's more just a folder summing. Then the top here, we've got the original. So it's pretty much the same as the one as the dry. So we've just got that kept in mono. There's nothing really special happening with that. We just want it to keep that in the middle as like the foundations of what we're building around that. Then we've got a super wide left. So this is just a duplicate channel. So I've duplicated that one twice and then I've just copied and pasted the audio region down from there by holding Option and then dragging down the audio region. With that one, as you'll say, you've just panned left and then I've put a pitch shift plugin on. So drop down on audio effects, pitch shift, and then in mono, because obviously we're in a mono channel. And then the settings on this are as follows. So on mix, you want to turn around all the way to 100%. Cent, you want on +10. And then semitones, you want to put back to 0. Latency compensation, you want on. And I want to explain a little bit about that in a second. And then timing, you want on vocals. On the right channel, we've pretty much just got all the opposite of what we've done to the left. So panned hard right. And then on the pitch shift settings, we've got it 100% on the mix. -10 on the cent, and then on the semitones we reduce back to 0. Then on the latency compensation we've got that on, and then again timing is on vocals. Now the reason you want to put the latency compensation on is because if you don't, it tends to add like a bit of a delayed effect. So let me switch it off and I'll show you what I mean. So if I switch that off there and switch it off there. So then let's play that through. It normally takes a couple of times to run it through for the latency compensation to kick in or kick out. So it might just sound normal for once, but then when I play it back through, it will then start to show what it's doing.
Don't you know it, baby?
Oh, I'm just going to switch off that delay plugin for the time being. Let's play that through again.
Don't you know it, baby? Don't you know?
So you can hear there, it's just starting to sound like a bit of a delay, like a really short sort of feedback delay. So that's why we need to put the latency compensation on. So we want the layers stacking on top of each other. So it essentially sounds like a super wide dry signal, if you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. And then again, we're going to put that latency compensation off. And then, like I mentioned, you need to run it through once or twice and then it will start kicking in.
Don't you know it, baby? Don't.
But then if I play it through now, it will all be fixed and on top of each other and in time.
Don't you know it, baby? Don't you know?
Okay, and then for all those tracks, I've got them bus to an auxiliary, which is this SW vocal here, super wide vocals. And then if we have a look down on the mixer, the way that we've done that is just highlight all the tracks, and then we've clicked down onto send to bus 1. And then all these dials are going to be on 0. So I'll tell you what might be easier just to show you. So no send. And then we're going to go down to bus 1 to send to the super vocals track. And then hold down Option, click on the dial, and it will take everything up to unity gain. So you're sending the full amount of signal there. Then when it says ST out, you want to hold down that and put no output, because obviously we want to be busing everything and grouping it all to one auxiliary. And then we just labeled the track SW vocals for super wide vocals. And then this is the track that we've been processing. So let's get back onto our arrangement window. Then within this track, we want to make sure that it's off mono and into stereo. So clicking here, that is mono and that is stereo. First audio effect is the sample delay plugin. Now this basically just offsets a stereo image, so it will delay the signal coming out of one speaker than the other. So it's going to slightly delay the signal coming out of the left speaker, and then the right is just staying as normal. So we've got it at 109 samples at the minute. But just be a bit careful with this one, because if you do it too much, you kind of offset obviously the stereo image, and you will have a bit more of a noticeable change within your mix, because obviously the right speaker is going to be coming out very prominently, and then the left speaker is probably not so much. But if you use it like about between 0 to 100, you're normally safe to go. You can even use less for the desired effects. Obviously the more you go, the more sort of stereo bending you're gonna get. Then below that we've got a stereo spread, again Logic's own. We've just monoed a bit of the low end information there, and then we've just kept the front end really, really wide. Underneath that, we've just got a compressor just to try and nicely glue everything together. We've got a ratio of 3:1 of a threshold of -11. So we're looking at about 2 to 3 decibels in gain reduction. Then we've just got a channel EQ just to boost some of the presence, boost some of the lower end to give it a bit of warmth, and obviously low cut it as well. Then just for good measure, I've added Fab Filter's Timeless to Delay plugin. But let's just have a little listen without the delay plugin and see where we're at.
Don't you know it, baby? Don't you know?
Okay, and then with this delay plugin, just to add a little extra something to this.
Don't you know it, baby? Don't you know?
Okay, so that is sounding pretty sweet. And the great thing about this is because we're kind of stacking the layers of a vocal, and obviously changing the way they sound slightly, they are really going to cut through the mix that extra bit harder. So if you kind of go with this technique, give it a couple of tweaks so it fits in the context with your track, and I pretty much guarantee that it will cut through and it will save you a bit of extra mixing time. So this has been a tutorial on how to create super wide pop vocals. I've been Rory from Hyper Production, and you've been watching Sonic Academy.
Thanks everybody for watching, commenting, and indeed liking. We really do appreciate all the support we get here on our Sonic Academy YouTube channel. So if you found this video super useful, please, we'd love you to hit the subscribe button. We update the YouTube channel every week with new content. And if you want to watch some more relevant content, just click on the videos beside me.